And while I was trying to organize things, the ketchup fell down here and made a great big splash across the carpet. That's how you do these videos. Sorry, I didn't create the genre. Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. Can I get a picture with you? I can't believe how good these desserts have been. Hello from on board the Celebrity Apex, a beautiful cruise ship. We are sailing back to the port of Piraeus, Athens, after a fantastic week here on board. And today we're going to do something that I enjoy doing, a tradition that I started quite a while ago, and I haven't done it on my last few cruises. We're going to order room service together. That's right, this is something that I did once and then it always gets requested, and I'm happy to do it. I know this kind of video isn't for everybody, but this isn't the only kind of video I make, so if this isn't your kind of video, then don't worry. There's going to be another one coming soon. So let's just get into it and open up this menu, shall we? Here I am on the infinite veranda, which is like an enclosed kind of balcony, functional, multifunctional, versatile space. And here is the room service menu. We have ordered breakfast for room service. There's a card. Oh, actually, there isn't a card in here now. Well, there was a card in here, and you just make your check marks what you want and hang it out your door, and then they bring it to you at the time you choose in the morning. And these are the kind of things available for breakfast, but we are not ordering breakfast now. So let's go to the next page, in-room dining from 11 a.m. to 5 a.m. Sounds good. All right. Soups and starters. Antipasto platter, chicken noodle soup, soup of the day, chicken skewers with yogurt sauce. You know what I'm missing in here in comparison to so many other room service menus I've seen? There's no like descriptions of what this stuff is. You know what I mean? Huh. All right. So I think I am going to order a mixed green salad with, I'm gonna switch it up, and instead of get ranch, get some blue cheese dressing. All right, from the main courses, we've got hamburger with fries, grilled chicken breast, penna primavera. Okay, well, I think that's pretty obvious. I will be taking the penna primavera. I'm actually really hungry for some pasta today. For desserts, dark chocolate. Okay, that sounds good. Cheesecake, traditional creme brulee. All right, we're gonna go with the dark chocolate. That's kind of a tradition in these videos. And actually, I think I'm gonna get a cheese pizza from the kids menu as well, just to try it. Is there anything else here? Oh, the drinks. So usually, I mean, we have the classic drink package. Usually when you order room service, that's not included. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way here too. So I think I'm gonna order one of my Arizona green teas. Been drinking a lot of those on this cruise, even though at home I usually don't drink stuff like that, but they taste good and they're included in the package and the other parts of the ship, so why not? I can't figure out how to or if this telephone is can do hands-free, so you're just gonna hear me doing the order here. Let's do this one.
We look forward to assisting.
Hi, yeah, this is Morgan. I would like to order some room service for lunch. All right, are you ready? Great. I will take a mixed green salad with blue cheese dressing, the penna primavera, special request, no mushrooms, please. No allergies, I just don't like meat and I don't like mushrooms. Yeah. And then cheese pizza from the kids menu, and the dark chocolate ganache cake. Yeah, one of the Arizona green iced teas. Yeah. I understand. I think that's enough for now. Okay. Sure, let's go through it one more time.
Ordered one mixed with salad with blue cheese dressing, one penny primavera, no mushroom, one cheese pizza, one chocolate cake, and Arizona.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, she said it's gonna take 40 minutes, and I wanted to look at what time it is now. It's like noon exactly. It's 2 minutes past noon. So let's see if it really takes 40 minutes. Usually it comes much quicker than that, but we'll find out. So now is the time where you pause the video and go make yourself some lunch, some breakfast, some dinner, make yourself a snack, and let's sit down and have a little meal together. And I asked you all on Facebook and Instagram for questions to talk about. So that's what we're gonna talk about when the food gets here in how many minutes? We'll see. The time is 12:26 and the food has arrived. Interestingly enough, somebody else, I think it was somebody from the pool deck, brought the iced tea. And actually, this isn't the one I wanted. Oh well, and another thing, they made a mistake because they charged it to Marcus's account. Oh well, thank you, Marcus. Anyways, this is the food that was brought by a different person, and shall we do a little reveal here? Here is the mixed salad. Oh, I see, and there's the dressing down there. Look at that cute little cheese pizza. It's, you know, child size, so, but that's perfect. Then, let's see. This looks to be the pasta. Oh, that looks good. Oh, I'm so hungry for pasta right now. I'm actually just really hungry altogether. And I'll reveal the chocolate cake later. So let me get this all set up. And as always, if you are having a snack or a meal with me, let me know what you're having in the comments below. Well, this just happened. There's ketchup and mayo on the tray. For what? I don't know. I didn't order ketchup and mayo. And while I was trying to organize things, the ketchup fell down here and made a great big splash across the carpet. Dang it. Our cabin steward is not going to be happy about that, but it's a good thing I bought him that huge bar of chocolate. All right. I'm so hungry, you guys. I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but I was a little bit hungover this morning. One too many margaritas last night, and I'm sure you'll see that in the cocktail cam I did last night, because to tell you the truth, I don't even remember doing cocktail cam last night, which is a sign. I can't get this stupid thing. There we go. Which is a sign, yeah, that it was too many margaritas. I don't like to get that way. I don't condone drinking in excess, but sometimes it happens. Like the shirt in my Teespring store, it's a sea day and we were adults, and sometimes things just happen. Blue cheese. That's really good. All right, I'm gonna start with the salad. And the first question here is from Pamela Boyd Wiggins. Pamela writes, are there a lot of lounging, relaxing type areas? If I were to get just an inside cabin, would there be places for me to be comfortable? What about solo on a celebrity ship, cost compared to Carnival? I can't tell you about the cost because I don't have the website information in front of me as far as comparison goes, but for solo travelers is what I'm saying. As far as for the both of us cruising here, it's definitely a higher price. We're not paying as much as we paid to cruise with Disney, but it's close. But this is a week cruise, and with Disney it was only 5 days. So about the lounging areas, and if you were to just get an inside cabin, yeah, this ship is so beautiful. There are so many fantastic areas to hang out. On the top deck, one of my favorite places, or one of our favorite places, is called the Rooftop Garden. Here we go. First bite. Oh. This is gonna be messy. No. At the latest right now is where people decide if this is their kind of video or not. The Rooftop Garden, which you'll see in a lot of the videos that I've made because we've spent a lot of time there, is so pretty. It really is a garden with real plants. There are several areas on this ship that have real plants. And I know on a lot of other ships, they have fake plants, but these are real plants. And the Rooftop Garden is just so cool. And they have they use it for some of the parties at night or the movie night, but during the day, it's just totally chill up there. Great place to hang out. Also, speaking of plants, I'm gonna need some more dressing on here. At the very back of the ship, there's a, like multi-function space called Eden, which is so well designed. I've been on a couple ships now that have had a big open space at the back of the ship, and I'm talking about the Anthem of the Seas, I'm talking about the Mine ships, and no place has utilized it and made the best of it and made it as attractive as possible as this ship. It's so nice. It's also filled with real plants, also moss like growing out of the walls. It's so cool, and it's so nice to hang out in there, and there's so many little like niches and corners, and you can definitely just find your own place in there and either be surrounded by plants or have a great view over the wake, over the aft of the ship. And I know a lot of people really like that. So, altogether, I've been so impressed with this ship, with the service, with the offerings on board, that I would say if you're considering Celebrity, do it. We are brand new fans. Definitely will be doing a Celebrity cruise again. All right, let me find another question. Jackie Little Biscuit wants to know, how do you compare Celebrity to, say, NCL, Princess, Carnival's room service? I haven't cruised with Princess. Carnival, by far, the worst room service. They only have like a pre-packaged menu. They had a quesadilla on the menu, which I was really excited about. And when I tried to order it without chicken, they told me that's not possible because it's already made. So it must just be like frozen and they pop it in the oven or something. And I don't remember exactly what I got, but it was not good and I couldn't finish it. So definitely better than Carnival, which is not saying much. And I'm trying to think of what I've had on NCL. I would say this is probably about the same level as NCL. But I don't have any fresh room service memory in my head of NCL. I'll have to go back and look at one of my videos. Pizza. The pizza is good. You can see the crust is like, I'm pretty sure it's a pre-made crust. I don't think this is hand-made. No, you can see like, but it's good. It's nice and cheesy. Like I said, I'm just so hungry right now because I didn't have breakfast. I couldn't have breakfast. I'm starting to get kind of shaky, so anything is going to taste good right now. Nurse Betty wants to know, the food, the ship, common areas, and performances, basically everything. Well, let me just say again, we've been so impressed with all of that. For me, as a vegetarian, the food has only been okay. But the things that Marcus has been getting, the meat and fishy stuff, have been amazing. Marcus is very, very pleased. And I can only say it again, we will definitely cruise with Celebrity again. Highly recommended. Deborah Pesto wants to know, what Creek Isle did you wish you had more time to explore? All of them. All of them. I mean, even starting with Athens, which is not an island, that's the mainland. Athens was so amazing, and the restaurants and bars and the culture and everything and just the vibe was really cool. I mean, I don't need to go through all of them because I want to go back to every port. Kim Roberts wants to know, what are your thoughts about Celebrity? As I believe this is your first cruise with this line. I absolutely love Celebrity. Can't wait to cruise again, as my cruise on the Celebrity Edge was canceled. Also, will you cruise with Celebrity again? obviously, answer to that question is a big yes. I would be interested now to cruise on one of Celebrity's older ships or smaller ships. I'm devouring this like a caveman. Sorry guys, I'm just really hungry. Yeah, I think Celebrity is amazing, and I kind of feel sorry for anybody who cruises with Celebrity as their very first cruise, because like the across the bar quality that I've experienced on this ship has been so high and consistent that if you go then with Royal Caribbean or NCL after being on Celebrity, you're almost definitely going to be disappointed by some aspect of it. Cheers. All right, let's get into this pasta here. Let me give you some ASMR pasta sounds, okay? That's how you do these videos. Sorry, I didn't create the genre. Good. Usually when I think of pasta primavera, I think of it with a cream sauce. What about you? But it's good. I would say somebody made this sauce from scratch, I think. The cheese that's on top isn't grated cheese. It looks like it was like a strip of cheese that was cut into to make it look like it was grated. You know what I mean? Just kind of odd to me, but tastes good. Okay, next question. Vanessa Louise wants to know, we would love to do a Greek cruise. What are your thoughts on the itinerary for this cruise? Fantastic. We started in Athens, and as I already said, if you are going to be cruising from Athens, give yourself a couple extra days. You won't regret it. There's so much to see, and there are so many great restaurants and bars. Like, if you're a foodie or a drinky, Athens is a definite destination. And then we were on Mykonos, which was great, although the itinerary I did there, the excursion, was kind of a thumbs down. You'll see that in the daily video, or you've seen that in the daily vlog. But the island itself is beautiful. Then we were on Rhodos, also fantastic, really great big old city. Also cool marina if you like to look at boats like Marcus and I do, and then the nice beach, easy to get to. And then Dubrovnik. Did I miss someplace? Dubrovnik, also so fascinating. I wish I had done a little bit more research before going there. But fantastic itinerary, highly recommended. Brandon Fish wants to know, have I reached the apex yet? I believe so. This pizza is the apex. The apex of my hunger. Sonja L. Bear has a really great question that I'm going to get to right after this commercial break. Did you get one? What was it about? Oops, let's try that again. Did you get one? What was it about? Write it in the comments below. Sonja wants to know, I'm so curious about the luxury reputation and how it really is. Also can't wait to hear about your infinity balcony. The price of Celebrity and the vibe and the marketing of it makes it seem really luxurious. And it is. It does seem very fancy. The ship is beautiful, so well designed. The inside spaces, the theater, the club, the restaurants, the top deck with the cool like lighting elements, and like one side of the pool is sort of like the digital side, with like plastic, like these plastic portals that you can walk through and that are all lighted up at night. And the other side is the analog side with these wood tunnels and like some, I don't know how you call that, like some fabric stretched across it too. It's just all so nice. It does feel very luxurious without feeling stuffy. Like when the information that I have about Cunard, like cruising with the Queen Mary II or the Queen Elizabeth, also looks very fancy, but like in a very old school kind of way. And this seems very modern. I think I've used this comparison on other ships before, but a lot of this feels like a Las Vegas casino. Like, if you've been to Vegas, I'm talking about, it feels like being at the Palazzo or the Bellagio. Well, no, not the Bellagio. Bellagio kind of also has that old school Mary Poppins kind of feeling. This seems very modern, but I don't feel uncomfortable walking around in shorts. And in fact, one night when Marcus and I went to dinner in the buffet, we also just wore shorts, did not feel uncomfortable. I know a lot of other lines, that are kind of in the luxury category, like Hapag-Lloyd or Cunard. I'm sure that you are required to dress up every night, and it's not like that here, so I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying this pasta too, but I think I'm going to enjoy the pizza and the salad more. Okay, moving on to some questions from Instagram. I'm probably not going to be able to get to all of these questions. And I do have to spend a little bit of time eating. I feel like I've been talking so much that I haven't been eating. The salad is good. I think in almost every one of these videos, I've always ordered a Greek salad or Mediterranean salad that's come with like tons of red onions and feta cheese, and I think this is the first time that I've had just a normal salad. It's well mixed, and I really like that blue cheese dressing. Okay. Them Cray Adventures, how you do want to know, is it more modern or more luxury or a balance of both? And that is a perfect way. It is a perfect balance of both. I think people who enjoy getting dressed up and getting all fancy and dolled up in the evenings and stuff like that are right at home on this. And then people who are also comfortable wearing like nice shorts and maybe a polo shirt at night are also going to be fine here. It's the perfect mix. It's really, really great. Question from Van's Pants. How are dining options for people with special diets? Allergies, gluten-free, vegetarian. Okay, we've been asked quite often if we have any food allergies. We don't, so I can't tell you how it goes after that. The menus that we've seen, and also up in the buffet, there's always a listing of if it's gluten, if it's dairy, if it's vegetarian, if it's vegan. And on the menus in like the main dining room and Blue, the restaurant for people in the Aqua class and higher, which we are, has had an okay selection of vegetarian food. You guys know I'm vegetarian and I'm kind of picky eater. There's also other things that I don't like to eat, and that does make it limited. So my perspective is, somewhat skewered. But sorry. I've been a little, as a vegetarian, I feel a little bit neglected with the menus in the main dining rooms. And I don't know how this compares in comparison to normal times, because there's only 400 people on the ship. So I'm pretty sure that, or let's say it would make total sense if they're making the menus a little bit smaller, because there's only 400 people on the ship, and it, financially, like from a business sense, doesn't make sense to have a bunch of food sitting on board when there's only 400 passengers, you know what I mean? So it could be that the options at the moment are a little bit more limited than during normal times, but there's been a couple times where I've looked at the menu for Blue, the like the special restaurant for us, and kind of thought, yeah, there's nothing vegetarian on there that I am interested in eating. But in the buffet, there's been some really great stuff. So I don't know if that answers your question. A lot of these questions are kind of general questions. How does this cruise compare to others you've taken? It's really fantastic. I'm horrible at picking favorites, and any question that has something about favorites in it, I just skip over it because I can't do that. I'm bad at picking favorites. But of all the iced teas on this table, this is definitely my favorite. There, I picked a favorite. Good for me. Here's some ASMR ice cubes. How long do they stay in each port? Well, that sounds like Barley Smith, 7. You might be kind of new to cruising, or maybe you haven't cruised before. It always varies. And in fact, sometimes cruise ships stay in ports overnight, but usually I would say you have an average time of around 5 to 6 hours in each port. I think this cruise, the longest we had was in Santorini. We got there around 9 o'clock in the morning, and the last boat back to the ship was at 9:30 in the evening, and I was on one of, if not the last of those tender boats to bring us from the mainland back to the ship, and it was a really cool experience. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go back a few days. It's from Santorini. Pizza. Kaigipi asks, since there are less people on the ship, are there fewer excursion options? It's tough to say because I don't know how many Celebrity usually offers, but I would say if I was pretending it was normal times and just comparing it to like NCL and Royal, or the other cruise lines I've cruised with recently, AIDA and Mindshift, I would say this is maybe a little bit less than average. Every port has offered maybe 6 or 7 excursions, and they've all been very similar. So it's always a walking tour or a bus tour, basically. A walking tour, a bus tour, or some tour to a beach. No like motorcycle tours, no bicycle tours, no zip lining, no, like banana boat, anything like that. It's been, like I said, a walking tour, a bus tour, or some tour to the beach, and that's about it. All right, another really good question here from Grivazandra. Would you book the Aqua class cabin again? Is it worth the extra money over a regular cabin? I talked with Marcus about that this morning. Marcus is still on the fence. My gut reaction is to say no. That doesn't mean that I feel like we got ripped off, but I just feel like for the money that we're paying, I don't need what it is we got. I'm talking about getting little snacks delivered to the cabin every afternoon. They're very nice, but I don't need it, especially when you can order room service like this for free, or just go up to the buffet or go to the coffee shop. There's always some place to get a snack, so why pay extra to have it delivered to your room? You know what I mean? Also, we got free access to the thermal suite whenever we wanted to go, and the thermal suite is very nice, and I have video footage of it as well. But it's not some place that we go every day, and especially not at this time of the year when it's like 80, 90 degrees outside. It has been that warm, and when it's 80 or 90 degrees outside, you don't want to be hanging out in the sauna or the steam room, you know what I mean? I think another thing is in the cabin we got the shower is kind of a fancy shower, so it's got like 2 different jets at the top, jets that come from the wall, one of those handheld things. And it's cool, but is it worth paying, you know, like $600-700 more for that? I don't need it. It's nice, but I think I would have been perfectly happy staying in a normal cabin as well. And the other perk I can think of that's worth mentioning is the Blue restaurant. And we did eat in one of the main dining rooms and in Blue, and definitely the service and the food was better in Blue. But, you know, that's a decision that you have to make, I guess. Laura Sipo wants to know anything I've been underwhelmed with. Yeah, I guess the vegetarian food selection, especially in the Blue restaurant. Oh, Marcus is here. Hi, Marcus.
It smells like he's a hike.
Sorry, I had to take a little break to just clear up some organizational stuff with Marcus. We're back here talking about underwhelming things. Like I said, the vegetarian offerings and then the taste and flavor in Blue restaurant and the main dining room have been a little bit underwhelming. That could be due to the circumstances. It's tough to say. It's definitely not a reason why I wouldn't cruise with Celebrity again. I definitely will cruise with Celebrity again. Another thing that's maybe a little bit disappointing is the variety of the excursions. I would have loved to do a kayaking excursion or something a little more adventurous, like a bicycle tour. We did book a sailing tour, like a boat tour to a remote beach for Mykonos, and then it got canceled. So I think maybe that, but I can always find something to complain about. So don't base your opinion just on that. We're having a great time regardless of those two things. Let's see what else here. John S. Lola asks, how does Celebrity do their dining? Like MDR, assigned dining times, how many restaurants are free? I can only talk about how it is on this sailing, and we are, like I said, in the Aqua class, so our main dining room is separate. It's called Blue, and then there are 4 other main dining rooms. They're called Cyprus, Tuscany, Cosmopolitan, and I can't tell you the name of the 4th one, and we've only been to one of them, and they all have, at the moment at least, like a standard menu every night that's the same, and then each one of them has 4 or 5 things that you can only get going to those restaurants. We haven't had to make reservations. It is possible to make reservations, but we haven't had to. I think that's probably though only because there's so few people on the ship. I think when the ship is running at a higher capacity or full capacity, I'm pretty sure you'll have to make a reservation. So there's the 4 main dining rooms with a little bit of variance. And then for Aqua class or higher, there's Blue. And other places where you can, at the coffee bar, you can get snacks for free, but I think the coffee costs if you don't have a drinking package. There's a juice bar area up by the pool. There's also a grill by the pool included. Of course, the buffet is included. Trying to think of what else is included. Definitely a lot, a wide variety. There isn't, like on the Carnival Sunrise, an extra burger bar and an extra taco bar, or like on Mindshift, an extra falafel and doner kebab bar. But that doesn't mean there aren't options. Let's see what else we got here before we get to dessert. Yeah, all the rest of these questions are things I've basically answered already, so yeah, thanks everybody for writing in with those questions. I'm going to just finish up a little bit, and then I'll be right back with dessert. Like 10 minutes have gone by. I finished up the last couple bites, put all that out of the way, managed to not spill anything else on the carpet, and now it's time for this luscious piece of juicy chocolate cake I like that the portion is pretty small. I think some people would complain about this being a small portion, but to me this is perfect. I don't like to have to be in pain to finish my food. You know what I mean? And I would rather finish it and then, you know, be able to make the decision.
I think I'd like to try something else.
Rather that than be like,
gosh, I can't finish this, it's so much.
I prefer the other thing. But, you know, some people prefer great big portions because they feel like, you know, if they paid for it, they want to make sure they get enough. And I can understand that too. This is definitely not the case, at least not for me. It's really good. There's some, I think, caramel ganache in the middle of it, and it's very moist. A little bit of whipped cream here. Only thing that would make this better if there was maybe like, if it was soaked in rum, maybe. Not necessarily good for me today, but this is really excellent. I actually, when I was riding, I went up to the buffet for breakfast with Marcus today. I didn't have anything. And then when I was taking the elevator back down to the cabin, a guy like in a chef's costume got in, and 2 other passengers, and the other passengers were like, "Are you the chef? Are you the cook?" And he said yes, and he said, "But are you the cook of the desserts?" And he was like, "Yes, I'm the pastry chef." And he was like, "Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. Can I get a picture with you? I can't believe how good these desserts have been." He was so enthusiastic about meeting this pastry chef, and I don't know if it's because he's somebody like well known, or if this passenger is maybe also studying to be or learning to be a pastry chef or works as a pastry chef. But he was like, it was like he was meeting his idol. It was a fun experience, and I think the pastry chef also felt very humbled. Speaking of, I have met so many of you on this ship, and it's been really great. And last night I met, I think, Bettina and Yen from Denmark. And I had seen, so if you guys are watching this or anybody else, I had seen those 2 on the ship a few times, and they had seen me as well. And it wasn't until last night that they came over and said hello, and Bettina said she didn't know if it would be okay and if I would feel disturbed. But please, whenever or if we are on a ship together or at a theme park together or in the airport, like it happened to me in Minneapolis, if you see me, please come say hello. I really enjoy meeting you and getting to know the people who enjoy to watch my videos and who write in the comments and stuff like that. So you're not disturbing me. Please say hello. Of course, I'm trying to think of where would be situations where it would be uncomfortable. Of course, if you're standing next to me at the urinal, maybe wait. Other than that, I can't think of a situation where it would bother me that somebody said hello. Did get together with a few of you, had a drink. Yeah, remember, I know I've talked about this before. For those of you who watch all of my videos, first of all, I'm amazed and very thankful. And I know that it seems like there's like a relationship that appears because it's part of like your rhythm, and I'm the same way with YouTube channels I watch as well. There's these 2 sailors. They're called the Segeljungs, which means the sailing guys. And Marcus and I watch all their videos, and yeah, I feel like I know them. I feel like we're friends, and if we ran into them, I feel like I could just, start up a conversation, but they don't know me. They don't know anything about me. And so when I meet you all, I love to take the opportunity to just get to learn a little bit more about you, because you all know so much about me, you know what I mean? So that's why I love when you say hi. I love when I get the chance to meet more of you. And I love this chocolate cake. I might not finish it though. Might be just a little bit too much. Oh well, there's only that much left. I think we can make it work. Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap up this this room service video. Are you almost done too? How did we do as far as the timing goes? Do we eat at the same speed? Oh, this is so sweet. It's very rich. It could not have been a bigger piece. Made it. I'm a good boy. Do I get to go out and play now? What I'm gonna do now is call cabin steward Russell and let him know about my oopsie doodles. And yeah, I will see you soon here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. Make sure you check out all the links below of all the special stuff going on. I don't like to feel like a salesman on this channel, but there are ways that you can support me, and I'm super happy for everyone who has a chance to do that. Anyways, I gotta take care of this, and then I think I'm gonna take a nap. See you later.